What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. Jammin with J Money. NBA is officially back. We've been doing shows if y'all been on it, but we officially back today, man. Make sure you guys go to sportsreview.com, check out all the picks, compare odds there. Make sure we got articles there, everything, man. So y'all click the link below. It's in the description. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff, man. What's up, Teddy? That's my guy Teddy covers. That's my guy Junior Browne. I'm J Money, man. What's up, Teddy? Everything good with you, brother?
Well, are you kidding? It's Christmas morning today, dude. I mean, that's what it feels like. It's been a long time coming, and I understand the scrimmages and all that, but to have actual real games 4 months later, I feel like celebrating. It feels like Christmas. I'm very much looking forward to tonight.
What about you, Junior? I know you've been waiting as well. You've been ready for the NBA, for the official games to get back. What's up, Junior? Everything good with you, bro?
Yeah, brother. I had you guys waiting here, but I'm here. I'm ready to go. I got my eye on tomorrow, like Teddy mentioned in the show this week. Tomorrow is where the real action is. Not to say that there's not some good, interesting picks tonight, but it's only 2 games. It's like Christmas morning, like Teddy said. So let's get into it whenever you're ready, Jay.
Yeah, it's definitely like Christmas, man. I could barely even sleep, man. I know I went to sleep pretty late. I was tossing and turning, could barely even sleep, man. My presents, I don't have presents up under the tree. I got to get my own presents. I got to, make a good pick and go get some cheddar today, man. I see you got a lot of controversial stuff going on in the chat here, my guy. We got George Cruz, we got King Smoke, we got Mr. Incredible, Michael S. Raymond in here. What's up, guys? EC, Christian in here, JG Dubs. Appreciate all you guys for watching, man, tuning in, like and share the show. We're gonna get back to them old numbers that we had, man. But right now, it's a little slow, but just 2 games today. Obviously, we've been having some scrimmages. Some teams look like they're ready to go. Others not really like they're too locked in. We'll see. We'll see though. But first game of the day, only 2 games. We got the Jazz versus the Pelicans, guys. Man, this is one I know we've been talking about it. This is the one I've been thinking about pretty much for like 2 days straight. The reason why I couldn't sleep. We got the Jazz here, the underdogs, 2.5 3-point underdogs here. The line's been moving up here, Teddy. So we know that Zion Wilson was questionable here. He did go through shooting around. I mean, most people know, man. Come on, bro. Zion been back for 2 days. 2-3 days. He didn't practice a couple times. Went to shooting around. Game time, man. Zion gonna play. If you like the Jazz, in my opinion, I think you should wait. I think my guys here would agree with me. If you like the Jazz, you might be able to get a better number once they say he's officially in. If you like the Pelicans, you might want to get on them now. What you think about that, Junior?
Exactly what you just said. We've been talking about it all week. I was really excited to put some heavy money on the Pelicanos today, but unless I know Zion's playing, I can't be laying with a team that's fighting for a playoff berth. I understand that they have all the reason to win today. They can't afford any losses. I get that. But as much as I've said that I've doubted Utah, let's just be realistic. Utah's a veteran team. Utah's a team that has guys that are thinking not – or let me word this a different way. If Utah lost all 8 of their games, they still make the playoffs. So they're not in the same – they don't have the same mentality as New Orleans where they're fighting to get in the playoffs. They're trying to fine-tune and get ready for the playoffs. And I just think that I don't want to underestimate the Jazz too much. I'm actually, from a handicapper's perspective, very interested to see how the Jazz play tonight, because if they can't take care of business against the Pelicans, I think that's an indication of trouble to come heading into these seeding games in 2 weeks from now. So I'm off this game. I'm kind of disappointed about that because I really wanted to put some money on it, but I'm off this game right now in terms of the show. Tonight, if I know that Zion's playing, let's sprinkle a little something on there.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in you, Junior. I'm sorry. I'll let you go, Teddy. Say what you got to say, Teddy.
Oh, no, you can rip Junior first. That's fine.
Junior, we've been on this, bro. Come on. You've been saying Pelicanos. Come on, boy. It's hard for me to hold back, Junior. Come on, bro. I thought it was going to be a trifecta today, man. We've been talking about this. I'm talking about since 2-3 days ago, Junior. We've been on this. Now,
I know.
Now, don't get it twisted, Junior. I'm reading all type of stuff. I'm seeing even some of my guys on the J. I don't care, Junior. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to tell you something else, Junior. It doesn't matter if Zion played. You see the way they looked in the preseason? You see the way they looked versus the Bucks with Giannis, Chris Middleton, everybody out there, obviously other than Bledsoe. The Pelicans are coming to play. They're in good form right now. They have a very deep team. Their offense is 10 times better than the Jazz. Do not forget the loss of Bojan Bogdanovic. He's the second most used player. He averaged the second most points there. Had the third highest usage rate there. They're gonna miss his offense. They're gonna need Conley to step up. I'm sorry, Teddy. It was just I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Listen, Jay. I need you to rip me sometimes, but. Right.
Don't go back on your word, Junior. Don't go back. We can't go back on it, bro.
I need Zion in there. That's all I'm saying. If I'm investing, I need Zion.
They smacking with or without.
All right. I like your confidence, though. Teddy, what do you got to say about that?
Sure. So let's start with where the number is. The big story over the last 24 hours from a betting perspective has been this total. All right. I got in on the over at 220.5. I'm seeing 227. Sorry, 227.5 even right now. So this total, I mean, you want to talk about a steam move. You don't see a lot of 7-point moves on NBA regular season. And it's understandable. The 3 meetings these teams have played already this year, the lowest one produced 248 points. It was 128, 120. The other 2 were higher than that. We saw in the scrimmages when Utah was facing a team that wanted to push pace, offensively, the Jazz were not slow. They were fast. They were taking shots, 15 seconds left on the shot clock consistently. And we saw them push pace. So I certainly agree with the move on the over. That's the biggest point spread story of the day. I do think this is going to be a fast-paced game, and I do have some over in my pocket. Unfortunately, the line's moved 7.6. I also like the Pelicans. Of course we like the Pelicans here. And again, so the information I have, the official word, Bogdanovic out, Donovan Mitchell probable, Rudy Gobert probable, Zion Williamson probable. Nothing is official, but this is the official word on game day morning. One would think Zion's going to play. But we have seen some sneaky Utah money this morning. The 2.5 mostly bought out. I don't see any threes right now. So we are legitimately talking about a point spread where there's some money coming in on the dog here. And again, you can understand why. When you start to look at the statistical profiles of these teams, you're going to see Utah as a team that gets stops and New Orleans is a team that doesn't. And defensive-minded underdogs tend to be attractive bets for many of the syndicates and many of the wise guys. Hence the Utah support this morning in the markets. But I'm not buying it. I'm with you on what I saw in New Orleans over the course of the last week. And in my mind, those scrimmages are meaningful. All right. Exactly. A lot of people didn't watch them. A lot of people didn't pay attention to them. We did, and we did for a reason. And if I saw a team perform well last week and do what I thought they were going to do last week, I'm much more inclined to bet them this week than, let's say, a team like the Nuggets that showed us nothing last week and isn't, see those Mike Malone quotes about the 8 games? I don't know why I'm transitioning into Denver, but the Nuggets are not interested in the 8 games. And the Saturday's game where they're still laying points to Miami, that's your emergency betting alert this morning. That can't last.
Oh, yeah.
The Malone quotes are crazy. He's like, we're just trying to get in the form.
We're definitely going to get to that with Teddy. We're going to get to that on Saturday. Shit, maybe even tomorrow, give a little preview into it. But you know what I'm saying? Definitely got some games for tomorrow. They got the lines already out. So, Ted, you already know I'm on it. That's another look. It's a big game tomorrow, and it's a couple tomorrow, and then it's a few on Saturday as well. But y'all know we're going to be on tomorrow as well and Saturday too. So come back home. We can't give you too much, and you ain't going to want to watch that day, But now, as far as today, and I have seen the money, so I see drop down to Tuesday, and I appreciate it. I really do. I tell you guys, because just me personally, I'm gonna be on the Pelicans no matter what. Zion could literally be out, and I still see that the Pelicans are 10 deep. I look at the Jazz. I mean, they're a bit top heavy. Once Donovan Mitchell and Gobert go out of the game, it's not really the same. You got a Jordan Clarkson over there, but if he's not really clicking on all cylinders, it could be a bad game for the Jazz here. Yeah, they have defensive mindset, but I don't think they'll have the offense to keep up with them. Like I say, Bogdanovic is going to take time for them to get acclimated there for the offense to get used to playing without him. They used him too much. He had the ball in his hands too much. With Mike Conley's going to have to step up. Like you always say, Junior, we would need a Mike Conley to show exactly what he need to do. The Jazz would pretty much have to fix things overnight, and I can't even tell that they've done it in the scrimmages. I like the Pelicans here, man. No matter what, and I'm pretty sure Zion's going to play. But the Pelicans team is. You really look at their roster. This is a deep team. I mean, they're 100% healthy now. As long as Favors can kind of, he used to play for the Jazz too. As long as he kind of keep up and bang down with Gobert a little bit and keep him. You know what I'm saying? Within. Not from going to 20 going off. I think the Pelicans have. I mean, Brandon Ingram, you got the most improved player. You got Drew Holiday over there. You got some ballers over there, man. I like the Pelicans scoring. I think the over correlates with the Pelicans as well. And that was a good catch by you, Teddy, because I know we don't talk about total. It definitely opened at 220 and a half, and it's been bought all the way up to 227. I wouldn't bet the under here, I mean, honestly, because the Jazz have been on record saying that they want to play faster without Bogdanovich as well. Any closing remarks on this one, Junior? So you scared? You ain't going with us, Junior? Come on, bro. You said Pelicanos. I'm thinking about you the whole night, Junior. Say Pelicanos. It's been replaying in my head, bro.
I want to put it in my pocket, and I probably will. I need that Zion though.
He's playing, bro. He's not sitting. He's not finna sit. I don't care if he played limited minutes. He's not.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I saw that he hasn't even participated in any kind of 5-on-5 work or nothing, made me a little bit hesitant. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I don't just want to jump the gun and just put my money down until I got all the information and I know that Zion's there. Just before I make that investment.
And it's definitely worth noting, Jay, that Mike Conley looked probably better for Utah in the last two scrimmages, and I've seen him look all year. You know, we all thought Conley was going to be seamless. I'm sorry, Junior, go.
No, what I was going to say is just to touch on what you just said. They were playing a couple small ball lineups. They look like they're trying some different things out there in Utah. I don't think they're just going to do same old. And Jay's boy Jordan Clarkson might get in there in the mix with that small ball lineup. And I think I saw a quote from Coach Quinn Snyder where he said, we're going to look for early opportunities in transition, try to get some early shots, early baskets, and just try to pick up the pace a little bit. So I just think that I understand what you're saying, Jay. They can't run
exactly. They can't. They can't.
I know that.
And they'll get ran after Jim. They'll get ran after Jim.
Of the two teams, Utah plays a little bit of defense. So I'm just saying, before I lay with the Pelicans, I need Zion. I need that in my pocket. I need Zion in my pocket.
Take the Jazz, my guy. You don't have to be scared. I mean, hey, you can stay off of it. Just me personally, I mean, I knew I was taking the Pelicans way before it's game. You see the line, you see the team with the much better record, or you know what I'm saying? I'm sure this is what this team is 41 so the other one's 28-36. Oh, why is this team favored? It's telling these are neutral site games, and the Pelicans are favored. I think they're favored for a reason. It's going down. Please bet it down to 1.5. I would appreciate it. I like the Pelicans here pretty much no matter what. Like I said, some of my main guys like the Jazz. I dig them. It could go either way. I'm going with the Pelicans. I lose. It happens. We'll live again. We'll live to be here tomorrow, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? Any closing remarks, Teddy, on this game?
I'm just saying that we're not going to see 1.5 if Zion's playing. You know,
he playing, man.
Yeah, it's not so. I mean, there's been a hard at 2 is where it stopped. You know, it got bet down to 3.5s. The 3s, I should say, got bet down to 2s. But we haven't seen anything close to a 1.5 yet. I don't think we're going to. I wouldn't count on us. If you see one, you probably don't want to see one because it means Zion's not playing.
Poker addicted, exactly. Pelican fly, Pelican fly, exactly, man. And usually when we say that, when you talk about it like this, you got to pick your spots with teams like this, man. And I think this is a damn good spot for him, in my opinion.
But that quote that Junior had about Utah's pace and Quinn Snyder, what he wants to do running. I mean, we've seen the Jazz consistently when they play against up-tempo teams. You think about Utah's this stodgy defensive half-court squad. When they play the up-tempo teams, they run. That's why all three previous games against New Orleans went over the total, and that's why that quote from Quinn Snyder has attracted a lot of attention in the betting markets. I mean, this total has absolutely skyrocketed over the last 24 hours.
Yep, you're exactly right, man. You're exactly right. I love the fact that some of the people saying the Jazz and beat them 2-3 times already this year. Go and look at who played in those games, man. Go look at numbers and mainly look at what Bogdanovich did in those games, man. But all those games, one of those games, Pelicans had like 3 or 4 players out, man. But it's all good. And the Conley situation, I'm taking Drew Holiday right now over Conley all day. It's just my opinion, man. Let's get to the next game, though. You could say the marquee today, and really nobody's worried about this. I didn't say nobody, but a lot more people. There's almost double amount of wagers on this Clippers and Lakers game, which obviously is the marquee game of the night. And I'm glad the line's up to 5 now for the Lakers, man. Obviously, it's gonna be interesting to see if Pat Beverly's gonna play. We know Harrell's out. We know there's a bunch, but Shamet should be in. It's off the injury report for the Clippers as well. So they missing Lou Will and Harrell. That's a couple of huge pieces off the bench, in my opinion. I already look at this as a defensive type game, but you never really know. I mean, it's total wise, in my opinion, Junior. I would be looking towards the unders here. I always do when it's Clippers versus Lakers, two of the best defensive teams in the league here. I think that Lou Will and Harrell they're missing a lot of points coming off the bench, especially with Lou Will alone. There, we know he could go for 20, 25 off the bench any night. What you looking at on this game here, Junior? Total 218. We got the Lakers up to -5 here.
Yeah, I like the under. I think that's a good look for me. I don't have it as an official play yet, but that's the lean that I had, especially with all the missing pieces for the Clippers. They might have trouble putting up points. They basically need Paul George or Kawhi, one of them, to go for like 35 plus. For I think for the total to get up to where both teams score over 218. Offensively, I know Dwight Howard's not a big piece, but he's missing for the Lakers, so the Lakers got a little bit of. But you know what? I shouldn't even say that a hole there because they still have JaVale McGee, who actually looked pretty good in the preseason. So on the inside, the Clippers actually have a lot more questions than answers because they're not even a big team anyway, and they're missing Zubac and Montrezl Harrell in this situation against a big-ass Lakers front line. That's going to give the Lakers a lot of options in terms of lineups that they could play. They could throw out a small ball lineup with LeBron at the 4 and Davis at the 5 and still be much bigger than the Clippers. So I wanted to take the Clippers plus the points. If they had their pieces, obviously the line would be probably a little bit closer anyway. I just, if anything, I would touch the under 218 because I think that's a little bit high in this situation. And I think that both teams are going to have an element of rust because none of the stars really played big minutes in the preseason. So I could see, I like that look by you.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't have an official play on it. I can't say if I was.
I thought it was.
No, I don't have an official play on this game. You guys know me. I like to stay away from the totals. I mean, if I was to bet a total, if I was to bet this one, it would definitely be the under. It's the only way I could look at it. I was looking towards the Lakers as well, not at the -5. I mean, honestly, I still think they can get it done. I think they are missing a couple of huge pieces. They still have to even the series up. I think it's 3-1. Yeah, I think it's 3-1 Clippers so far this season. So I mean, the Lakers, they got to, even though these games don't technically matter, they still want to try to get a win. I mean, you better take your chances when Lou Will and Harrell's out when they're not full squad, because we all know at full squad. Not saying the Lakers can't beat them, but when it comes to a 7-game series, I probably would have to put my money on the Clippers there just because of the depth, and you know what I'm saying, basically the bench scoring, but and them missing Bradley in these type of games. I think this is really where they miss Avery Bradley at. But you probably get Patrick Beverly there tonight, man. It's crazy to say, but that 5 points, it might be starting to get too high now. You're starting to get the Clippers a little too much, you know what I'm saying, cushion there. What you think, Teddy, in this particular game?
So when this line first opened, it was Lakers, like -1.5 or so, and it sat there for a while. And talking to some of my guys here in Vegas, we're all like, the Clippers have to go off the favorites here. You know, if both teams are healthy, the Clips will go off the favorites because the Lakers just changed their backcourt. You know, when you lose Rondo and Bradley and you're bringing in, and I understand it's veterans, you know, in Waiters and J.R. Smith, but the guys who are handling the basketball, when they change mid-season and you get a couple of practices and a couple of scrimmages with them, you have to expect the offensive flow to be effective. So when that number came out, we're like, oh, we have a bet down now. We're like, let's watch it. You know, when we start seeing a tick towards the Clips, we'll get down now. And then all of a sudden, you know, not all of a sudden, it's not like the Clips have had at any point a continuity in the bubble. You know, Orlando's been one of those teams like Denver, LA's been one of those teams in Orlando like Denver that just hasn't been able to get their key guys on the floor together even for practice. And what makes the Clippers really good? You know, what makes them legit? And they are legit championship contenders, legitimate championship contenders when healthy. What makes them good? It's twofold. They have the star power, Kawhi and Paul George, and they have the depth. They have extraordinary depth, and their bench is as good or better than any bench in the league. Well, not tonight, they don't. You know, you talk about Sweet Lou. You know, Harrell's the guy. I mean, Montrezl he's special. He's in my mind, he's sixth man of the year. You know, energy, And we wonder about some of the energy situations here. Again, there's no crowd. Are there going to be these 3 or 4 minute lulls midway through the second or midway through the third? And Montrez is one guy, when he comes in the game, there's no lulls. you know that he brings it. So I want to see how the Clippers play without their depth, without the guys that we've been. It's not a game I'm close to getting involved with. If I was going to play, I agree wholeheartedly with the under concept here. When you're taking away that much bench depth and bench scoring, and you're putting in new guards for the Lakers, and you got both teams play defense in the low post, an under here does make sense. I haven't gotten to the window with it yet. Still early in the day.
And in my opinion, the defensive intensity will be at a high, just like it always is when the between Clippers and Lakers. Obviously, there's no crowd, and that's my whole thing why I'm really taking back at the totals, because, I mean, you never know what you're going to see. You never know. It's a whole nother element in there now. It's like it's a neutral site, so pretty much the line's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, straight dead forward. So you see what I'm saying? But as far as the crowd and as far as like the momentum changing, as far as players' mindset, who is this going to pan out for? Who is this bad for? Like, we know Kawhi, this might be better for him. He doesn't really like being around people like that, but you have other people that really feed off that crowd. With teams like the Heat, you know what I'm saying? We don't really know how they're going to look at it because they feed off that crowd so much. It's tough, man. It's going to be interesting to see a lot of this. When they say whole new game, they ain't playing, man. It's definitely a whole new game. Like I say, if I had a free play on the total, it definitely would be the under. I mean, it's kind of a low total, but I think it would be some deep. You see the Lakers, when they lock in defensively, every single trip down the floor, they're in you. And the Clippers the same way. You like to see a Pat Beverly in there if you take an under here. You love it because he's not really a huge offensive guy. Started hitting some threes, but mainly he's picking you up at the other free throw lines. Pat Beverly in your face, and I love it, man. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to watch this game, man. What about you, Junior? It's going to be an exciting game. If you had to bet aside, Junior, what would it be?
I want to say the Clippers plus the points because you made a good point just a second ago. They're kind of disrespecting these guys a little bit. For example, I'll give you a scenario. Let's just say both Kawhi and Paul George have good games. The Clippers can't hang within 5 points of the Lakers. Why? You guys don't think that's possible? I'm asking you guys that question right now. Do you guys think all they have to do? Like, look, who's guarding Kawhi Leonard? Who's guarding Paul George? Even if you say LeBron is guarding one of them, that's going to take away from his offense because if he's putting in an effort on defense to guard one of them guys, that means he's working harder. I just think that one of those guys is liable to have a good game. And if both of them have a good game, they can hang around. I don't think it's impossible. And I think Pat Bev is he's not going to bring you points, but he's going to bring you something that Teddy just mentioned. He's going to bring you energy. He's going to bring you enthusiasm. He's going to bring you defense from the second you step on the court. So I just think that the line is going a little bit too far the other way. So I kind of lean Clippers at 5. I'll take 5 with the Clippers. Why not? I don't have it in my pocket. I'm not going to the window with it. Little John style, like Teddy would say, but that's what I would take. I would lean towards Clippers plus 5.
I ain't even looking at that way to the window. Hey, that's what Lil Will. Hey, that's what Lil Will right now. He gonna be watching the game from his room. He probably got some wings left. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he probably got a video.
Them wings are good as hell, bro. I
never had them.
I was at Magic City for my birthday 2 years ago.
I'm not a strip club guy, man. I don't know it. I don't waste. I'd rather go bet on the game. You know what I'm saying?
I wish you were there that night to tell me that because I have a couple bands.
I'd rather have a private show, Junior. Why you want to go fund somebody else's college fund for it, man? You know what I'm saying? Just to look? No, man. I don't know what my guy Lou Will on, man. You got too much money for that. You got all type of girls. The girl come to your house and cook for you, man. You dig what I'm saying? Come on, I mean, we can't in the bubble. We can't in the bubble, but
you know, not at Disney.
Man, Phil gonna be supposed to be going to go see his Gramps. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that he didn't, but
no, the wings are fire,
he didn't just stop. The only thing we have to get this out. I have to say this real quick. It's not what the show about, but just real quick. He can't say that he just stopped by to get the food because I mean, you could have just got the order or something to you. You could have just go and get it So I'll tell you, you stop the party for a little bit. You stop the party for a little. Just say it. Just be a realist. I just don't like the fact that you don't be a realist. Just say, hey, you know what? I got called. I stopped the party for a little bit. I had some wings, but you know what I'm saying? Just be real. Don't say, oh, I just got stopped and get dinner. Man, come on, bro. Dinner where?
Money, they deliver. That's all you need to know. They deliver.
You're right.
So,
boom. All right. So under, we all agreed that as far as the total on this one, the under would probably be the best bet. Man, like I say, I'm staying away from the totals, but that under looks real enticing, man, especially without Harold and the wheel. Like Teddy said, Harold has better and Montrezl Harrell has better numbers than Lou Will. He's even a higher candidate for 6-man than Lou Williams is this year. So that tandem there together, though, I mean, if they ever leave the Clippers, they're gonna be starters. They're gonna get paid a bunch of money. They're gonna be starting, man. We'll see. But that's a lot of points. I'm counting that like 35 points off the bench there, Teddy. Which it's a huge blow. So Teddy, side-wise, if you had to bet a side now here at the 5, it would be the Lakers.
I know I don't want the Clips tonight. Okay, we don't know in terms of conditioning level. This is a 48-minute game and it's real. Okay, you're taking away. What, 100 minutes out of their normal rotation? Is Paul George ready? Is Kawhi ready? Are they ready to go 42 minutes tonight? You know, I know LeBron will go 42 if he has to. And that makes me a little bit reluctant to look at the Clippers side here. If you're betting against the Clips, you're betting against the, as sharp money gets. But I think the better bet is the total, not the side. All 3 meetings between these two teams have stayed under 218 this year. They've all been above 210 and below 218. They've all been in this fairly narrow range. On a night where we worry about 48 minutes of continued energy, where we're confident in the defensive acumen of both squads, where one team has, again, they're breaking in 2 new guards, and they're going to get, how much is J.R. Smith and Deion Waiters going to get tonight? 60 minutes of playing time between them? More? They've had a couple of scrimmages and a couple of practices. I'm not expecting midseason offensive continuity. The more I'm talking about this, the more I'm talking myself into the under, especially because all 3 games already they played were relatively low scoring affairs.
And they had more scoring punch in those games as well. So let me see. My guy Teddy, Lakers in my pocket. Let me see. 420 say, you don't need to go to the strip club. You got a wife, exactly. Shady Queen say the food is bomb. Say, tell him Jay Wings Hennessy. Man, these guys in the chat be tripped out. Man, y'all hit the like button if y'all like the content, man. We even threw a little side action. We're on 2 games today, man. So, but we're gonna maybe go through a look at some early games for tomorrow real quick, man. I just want to see some guys in chat. Christopher Terrell, what's up, Joshua Haywood, Free Sweet Lou, man. He'll be back in 2 games. Cool's control, yep. Got Cool's out there balling, man. Nice third score. Jerry, like some money on Lakers, not good. Exactly. I just don't like getting the worst of the line, man. If I could have got Lakers -1.5, 2.5, I feel like this is where it should have been at. That -5, even though they could come out here and win this game by double digits, I do think the Lakers are more locked in. The Clippers watching their preseason games, Paul George seemed like he was locked in. I'm be honest, Kawhi didn't seem like he gave a damn. Not even a little bit. And that's scary because at least I like to see, and we told you about the scrimmage, I like to see players coming out carrying in the scrimmages, getting back in that right mode. Because if you're not in the right mode in the scrimmages, you can't. I mean, I'm not saying you can't just turn the switch like that, but it's tough, man. You gotta crawl before you walk. You gotta go. I'm going with the teams that I know are looking sharp. I know are focused and have something to prove out here. So it's 2 teams tonight that fit this. I'm not going to Lakers. If I had to bet it, would be Lakers and under, and I'm going with the Pelicans, man. Since the urgency, they have to win now. And you look at it, they have a pretty easy schedule too. The only game that I see the Pelicans could lose for a fact is against the Clippers. They could possibly go 7-1 here in these 8 seeding games, but it starts tonight. Must win, in my opinion, man. Must win. So anything you got something you want to look at towards tomorrow, Junior? Anything that you want to look at or anything you want to say about the rest of these games today?
No, I mean tomorrow's a full slate. We still got a lot of homework to do because with the lineups is what I'm worried about. I like the fact that some of these teams, for example, I like that the Grizzlies are playing the Blazers tomorrow. 2 teams that are fighting for the exact same thing. That's like a playoff game because whoever loses that game is putting themselves, behind the 8 ball to start off. So I'm really going to be interested to see how that game goes. Same thing with the Celtics and the Bucks. Not to say that game has as much meaning in terms of standings as the other game, but I just like that game as a fan. I'm interested to see where the line goes there. I might have a little something in my pocket on your hometown Mavs too tomorrow. Yeah. We'll talk.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's for damn sure. I told you it's a big game tomorrow. And my guy Junior, he already know what's up, my guy. He's my guy right there. What's up, Teddy? What you thinking? Anything you looking at for tomorrow? A little early?
Oh yeah, for sure there is.
Not too much, Teddy. Now, hold on, not too much, Teddy. Don't give him a nice little 3-pack already. Now I'm messing with you.
What I want to talk about is your emergency line move right now. Okay, because we're seeing money right now come. If you like Sacramento for tomorrow against the Spurs, bet it sooner, not later. The 2.5s are disappearing as we speak. I'm seeing 3s mostly across the board. We have De'Aaron. I think it's De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox has now been upgraded to probable. Buddy Hield's going to play. Harrison Barnes is going to play. Jabari Parker is supposed to play. Rashawn Holmes is supposed to play. So the money is coming in right now for Sacramento with a relatively positive injury report. That's going to be a line mover. We're already seeing it. So that's sooner rather than later. Yeah.
I got a question. Why the hell is that line, the over and under? I don't care about totals. I really don't. Why is that line at 218 and a half? Open at 216. Why is that line at 218 and a half, the over and under? Why? I mean, I see that game flying to 230. I can see it easily. Oh, I mean, the Spurs defense is horrendous. Why it made me think some of it. I mean, it's too fast-paced. You know the Kings gonna run a gun. I think that over. I mean, I don't bet totals, but I mean, what the hell, Teddy? Seriously, tell me something.
So it's worth noting that 216, 217, 218, they're all gone now. Total's getting steamed. I'm seeing 219s and a half. And as we've seen with these runaway totals, like we saw with Utah and New Orleans tonight, when there's no buyback, okay, they just keep going, you know? So, you know, we talk about the side moving here. This total's on the way up. If you like the over, you've missed the best of it, but one would anticipate that it's going to continue to go up, especially with Sacramento getting the positive injury report that they did. So makes a ton of sense. So that's a take for tomorrow. We can always talk, but we got to talk about strip clubs, man. We kind of got on this discussion. You know.
Well, you're out there in Vegas, Teddy. So
yeah, exactly. You the big dog, Teddy.
We know you know what's popping, but I know you're a married man, so I don't want to get you in any trouble.
Don't get in no trouble.
I used to do a radio show it used to be called The Naked Lunch from the Spearmint Rhino. It was Tuesdays. My wife would come in and say hi, would just come in and say hi to me on air. It's okay. I'm allowed to go to the strip club when need be. Because she also knows that I'm not paying for dances, dude. You can to walk out of there and feel worse than when I went in. I'm way too cheap for that, dude. You know? And someone's buying me a dance. It's like, no, when I get with the girl, I want to be naked. I want her to be naked. Okay. I don't want these, the clothes really bother me in that. So I'll go with a bunch of buddies. We hang out, once in a while. I mean, it's probably been a year or two since I've been to a gentleman's club, literally. But when people come into town, you're always like, let's go. And when people come to Vegas, I'm always like, first night, go to the gentleman's club. Don't gamble, because you go to the gentleman's club, what are you gonna spend? If you have a good night, you spend $500. You spend it, if you go crazy.
That's a bunch, man.
But I'm saying, if you go to the casino, the first night you can lose everything you came with. If you go into you go check. You don't know how to
gamble.
You put your money in the safe. You take out $500. You go to the strip club. You're going to wake up the next morning and still have something to gamble with. So I always say the first night, go to the strip club, have fun, get drunk, and then gamble the rest of the trip. But there are lots of good strip clubs in this town. It's just it's never been my MO. Great place to host a radio show. I recommend it though.
I don't mean to get too close to the camera. But save your money, guys. I'm telling you, save your money. If you want to go bet, at least leave the opportunity to double your money up, man. Save your money. Don't be out here supporting. One of the guys in chat say we support single mothers, and you support them in a different way, man. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? You support them. You do what you want with your cheddar, but you do what you want. And it ain't about me being cheap. I'm being smart with my cheddar, man. It's that simple. Hey, I need to be able to do whatever I want. I'm paying somebody, but I ain't paying nobody, man. But Junior, what you got to say, man? What you got to say?
I mean, am I still going on strip clubs? Because I'm
not too much,
mean,
Junior.
okay,
I don't want to get in trouble, man, or lose no viewers.
I'm in Toronto, so I'll chill. Because in my hometown, Montreal, there's a strip club. You throw a rock and you're hitting 3 strip clubs. So I'll just leave it at that. But no, for tomorrow, I'm excited for tomorrow's games. Trying to get some money. A lot of opportunity tomorrow. These games, they're all right today, but the only lean I really see for today is the under that total. Hopefully people bet it up, but I doubt that. I don't see any reason why anybody would with all the amount of injury, issues that both teams have. Well, not the Lakers so much because it's only Dwight Howard, but the Clippers are just, we don't even know, like Teddy said, where the minutes are going to come from. So I just think the under is probably the play of this game, but tomorrow definitely going to have a lot more action.
And it's definitely worth noting, we talk about that under getting popped. I'm seeing buyback the other direction right now. It's going back up. So it's not getting lower than 218, and they're 219 that are starting to pop back up again. So they're getting two-way action on that total. It's not one of these that it's going to steam forever on the way down.
Exactly. You know what I just thought about just now, that I'm thinking that the Clippers weren't really locked in the scrimmages. I don't know if the defense was really there, because if you think about it, Kawhi wasn't really locked in. If he's not locked in, he ain't locked in on the defensive side. You know what I'm saying? So the Clippers have to be locked in for them to bring that championship type of defense as well. You also going to need that for under. Like I said, it's in my opinion, totals are always a crapshoot. You never know. Everybody could miss everything. Everybody can make everything. You never know. But that over tomorrow in the Kings Spurs. Not to jump the gun, but I might have to bet that over, man. I don't see how in the hell that one go. And one thing that I have to say, if you watch the scrimmages, you know that everybody that's on the injury report already played in the last game. So, of course, they're going to be probably you should already know that if you pay attention to the scrimmages. Every single player, Holmes, Fox, Barnes, everybody played in the last scrimmage. Pay attention, man. You'll be on top of it. You should have got Kings -2.5. You should have been got it. It's only going to go up, man. It's only going to go up. Closing remarks, Junior. So no official play from you today, correct, Junior? Just closing remarks. We finna go ahead and get out of here.
No, I'm trying to do my homework, trying to get this money. Like I said, don't want to rush into it too much because I still feel like those 3 scrimmages were fine. But just because they were on TV doesn't mean that they were enough that everyone's just going to be polished and putting up their regular season numbers and shooting percentages. I think that environment of the bubble, it's going to have an effect on some of the teams. We just need to figure out which teams that's going to be, and that's going to take a little bit of patience. You know what I'm saying? And we don't got a lot of time to think about it because these 8 games are taking place in the course of like 16 days. Like this regular season or this seeding, what is it? The seeding games, that's what they're calling them. These regular season seeding games are going to happen like every other day, like, and a bunch of them a day, which I love because I'm going to be home, watching ball as usual, just like I usually do. Quarantine. People always ask me, hey, what you been doing to quarantine? I'm always home. I stays at home.
Junior, real quick, bro. I can't let you go, Junior. You put this in my head. The Pelicans. I need you to just even. I don't care if it's $20, bro. Please, can you just put a little bit? Can you just sprinkle a little Jammin sprinkle on the Pelicanos for me, please? I'll send you the 20, Junior. I just need us to be unified on this one, please, bro. Please.
First of all,
I'll send you the money.
You already know that a sprinkle is a lot more than $20. So
I just need you to have it in your pocket, bro. I just need you to have it in your pocket, please, bro.
Yeah. You're already talking me into it, but once Zion gets made official, I don't care what the line is. I'm Pelicans.
It's gonna go, but Junior, it's gonna go up. Just gonna get on it.
I know.
No, come on, Junior. You know better than that. We do this too much for that, Teddy.
So since the last time I had said a word, Jay Money just gave probably the single best piece of betting advice you're ever going to hear, and it just kind of got overlooked. And I want to highlight what Jay said. He said, if you were watching the scrimmages and you saw this guy's was warming up, that guy's playing, that guy's playing, that guy's playing, you're paying attention, you're watching. The markets are looking at a screen. They're seeing, he's probable. You just watch them play. You know they're going to play. You are legitimately ahead of the betting markets. You can take advantage of that.
Exactly.
That's real.
That's why
Yeah,
Sorry,
go
ahead. I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
No, but I mean that's not fake advice. That's not nonsense. That's how you beat
That's
the
how you
betting
beat them.
markets.
That's how you
Is
beat them.
pay attention, and before the market sees something, you see it and you bet it. And I mean, Jay nailed it. And we talk a lot of advice on this show when you talk about the basic strategies for winning at sports betting. That's at or near the top of the list. Bet what you see, bet what you know before the markets get there.
And it goes hand in hand with getting the best of the line. You'll get the better of the line before they notice.
I'm sorry, Junior. Finished. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I know you had something to say there.
No, it's not even really that important. It's just that's what has me hesitant about this game tonight. That some of the quotes I got coming out of Utah's coach Quinn Snyder, that Quinn Snyder looks like he's ready to kill somebody at all times. He's an intense-looking guy, no nonsense kind of guy. If you've seen Quinn Snyder smile, that's something I've never seen. And he's talking about we're trying to get ready for the playoffs. We're taking all these games serious. That made me a little hesitant, Jay. I'm sorry. I'm scared. You call me scared because you're right. I am scared.
The game still has to be played. The coach can't get out there and play for the players. Rudy and Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, they've had they've kind of got back on the same page with some lobs or whatever, but they're still not 100% cool. My Jazz insider said Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell will never be 100% cool like they were. They just pretty much just out there for the floor right now. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff going on with the Jazz. You got their chemistry issues, all this stuff, missing Bogdanovich. The coach can say one thing, and I will tell you this. I mean, they have a much better coaching edge over Gentry, but I just really feel like this is one of those things that the players got to get out there and go and play the game, and I think the Pelicans will run them out the floor. Anything can happen. Nothing is a guaranteed lock. Anything can happen. Jazz can come out here and look great, like the championship team that they could. But I'm just banking on this particular game. They're going to miss one of their key players. I think the Pelicans are a better team than them right now, full health, and I think they're going to take this one. -2, that's a bargain in my opinion, man. I'm taking the 2. I think it's very telling, neutral site, that they have the Pelicans favor. Jazz so damn good. Why aren't they favor here? It's a neutral site game.
I think the public
Don't be scared, Junior. Don't be scared.
I just think the public is all over the Pelicans, which I don't love either.
I don't think so. I see split tickets. The money percentage is heavy for New Orleans, but I see split tickets. I see around 54%, 46%. The public is heavy on the Lakers. That's the most public bet of the day is the Los Angeles.
But the money is heavy on the Pelicans though right now.
Junior, I can't go back and forth with you, brother. Only thing I can say, I'm betting the Pelicans. I can't force anybody. It's the bet that I've been sleeping on. Y'all know how I feel about that. It's the reason why I couldn't sleep last night. It's the game I've been thinking about for 2 days now. I like it. I'm betting it. It could lose. Nothing is guaranteed, guys. I always have to tell you that. Even though I'm talking so much about it, I like this play. It's not guaranteed. Anything can happen. Don't go bet your house on it. We do have to get out of here. I like the Pelicans. Junior like him at heart, too. He probably won't bet him, but he still likes him at heart. My guy Teddy gonna ride with me. Teddy didn't like him at first. Teddy say I like your Pelicans play, man. So my guy Teddy ride with him. I hope we cash it, guys. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe button. Click the link below. I also have a write-up on this game. We'll have write-ups every single day. My guy, myself, Junior, and Jordan all have write-ups. SBR Sportsbook Review, picks.com. You check out the NBA picks. Y'all hit the like button. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Jim with J Money. Come back tomorrow and holler at us too.